I got to pull myself out of this, bro, because I can go all day.
Hey, shout out to PG Jakes preaching on it.
Hey, I'm ready when I'm ready. I'm
It's
ready.
on you.
I'm ready.
That's a clip.
So
I ain't
first
got
off,
nothing to say no.
so first off,
He didn't set it out.
So first off, I'm calling big bullshit. I'm calling huge bullshit. You know why? Because did you make it to the end of that article?
I have a little bit more to read.
Now look, while I'm talking real quick, I want you to just skim through, and at any point in that article that you read, please nod to me if they at any point talk to a large amount of black folks that lived there and came up with these ideas. Because last time that I fucking checked, it doesn't matter what a room full of motherfucking rich niggas say. It all matters about what these streets are talking about. Because if my grandmama out here struggling, it matters what she says. You know why? Because there's a good chance she been taking care of all these niggas out here in the streets.
True.
Now, guess what that means?
Facts.
Guess what that means? They owe a debt to nobody. They're out here trying to live. You out here living. You supposed to go out to the hoods and the streets and the poor folks and say, what can I do for you? You know why? Because last time that I fucking checked, your title said councilman. So councilman, what did your constituents say when you approached them with this bill that you fucking passed in the middle of the fucking night?
So this is what I got a little article right here. You actually interrupt you.
Go ahead.
So the numbers aren't given here. I'm just reading from the article. The council allowed an hour of public comment on the measure.
Nigga, what?
An hour. An hour.
Many who
No,
are not
no,
able.
sir,
Hold
no,
a second.
sir.
Let me read a little more. Many who are not able to speak before the vote waited for another hour-long comment period afterwards, which means late in the night. Most that were there for the meeting were in support. So 400 years versus 1 hour.
So in other words, my assumptions were basically all true. Correct? Basically, my assumptions that I just made.
Yeah.
It didn't take an hour. My assumptions about a whole state were literally told to be true in an article you didn't even finish reading yet. Wow. You know why? You know why?
Talk on it.
Because at the end of the day, my young black educated ass knows that our actual federal government does this same shit when Congress wants to pass shit because they do it in the middle of the fucking night. And they do it all the time. So here you have a state that is known to be racist and known to be detrimental to our people and not share the fucking cumulative wealth that they produce to our people doing federal government bullshit that the federal government is known for doing. Right? So here I am, and you didn't even finish the article yet.
We passed the bill on Friday. It was at 7 p.m. The news cycle will pick this up.
So now who? Because clearly it wasn't the one African-American councilman, but who else on that motherfucking deciding council thought that it was a good idea to give all the black and African and brown folks in the community and the state of North fucking Carolina only an hour to not only vent, but to talk about the things that are detrimental in their own communities.
Let's be real though. The important people of the community, like you just said, the grandmothers, most of them ain't make it out there.
But you know what? But check it out. But check this out.
Isn't that why we vote these people in there? To represent the community?
No. And you know why?
I'm saying the important people didn't make it to that hour.
Because it's just like everything else in this country when it comes to money and power. It's a popularity contest.
Yeah.
Look, the way we select folks is a glorified pissing contest. You know why? Because if that wasn't the fucking case, every problem in our country could get solved in a 5-year span. But instead, people want to go and do what they say for their constituents. That's bullshit. You know why? Why the fuck is about 90-something% of the people that sit on these places lawyers? I don't see no doctors. Oh, there's plenty of people with doctorates, but I don't see no active doctors. I don't see a motherfucking fireman on that motherfucker. I don't see anybody worth community service unless we're talking about the military.
That's how it's intended to be. But it's regular people.
But that's the way it's supposed to be. Literally, everyone says George Washington was the #1 president this country's ever had. Guess what he was? A fucking farmer when he left. He said, dog, I'm done. I'm good. He ain't want to fucking lead an army, but he knew he had to. Why did he have to? Because the time and the place dictated that someone had to get the fuck up and lead this army. Guess what? All in favor of fucking George Washington, say aye. Aye. George Washington said, bet, let's go. That's how it's supposed to rock out. We have literally campaigns run by a whole bunch of motherfucking people that literally say, I can't afford to run this campaign anymore because I don't have enough money. Last time that I fucking checked, we're supposed to have.
Last time that I checked,
we're supposed to have the most. We're supposed to have literally the most fucking qualified person in the fucking positions that we fucking vote them for. And last time that I fucking checked, these niggas is failing. And what do we do as the normal African American people in America that work normal fucking jobs? What happens when you fuck up? You get what? You get Nick Cannon in this bitch. Woo! So guess what the fuck? So guess what? Guess what? Last time that I checked, these niggas need to get fucking fired for not doing their fucking jobs. Man, your job is simple. Man, you do what the fuck the majority of the people say. And if you can't do what we say you're supposed to do because you represent us, you're fired, my nigga.
You done.
But here we are. But here we are supposed to take this article that you gave us, right?
Right.
Here we are supposed to take this and say, this is the first step. No, it's another fucking ain't no first fucking step. Bitch, this the same shit my man just said happened 2 fucking years ago. You know what this is? This ain't even a crumb off the table. This is you niggas stay the fuck outside while we take care of business. That's what the fuck this is.
Wait a minute. Stop it. Ooh, that
this
resonated
is.
right there.
That's
nigga,
what the
that
fuck
hit
this
home.
is.
Nigga,
Yo,
hold on. You call it. Will.
Nah.
You calling people to the table right now
Ain't good.
that's not necessarily ready to sit at that motherfucking red table, Will.
Guess what? It's 20 fucking 20. Yo, everybody want to stand outside with a mask on? Guess what time it is now? It's robbing season. You know what? You know what that mean? You know what that mean?
The engineer got bars.
It's robbing season.
He used to be a singer-songwriter.
Yeah, for sure.
Simple. It's robbing season.
He used to be a
It's simple as that.
singer-songwriter.
I'm coming in here. I want everything that I came here for, and I came here to get my shit back. You got that? You robbed me first. I'm here to take it back. If you don't want to give it back, cool. Get down, lay down. One or the other.
Wait a minute. Ooh, stay dangerous, baby.
Get down or lay down.
Stay dangerous, baby.
Get down or lay down, nigga.
Ooh.
Yo, for real.
Boy.
Hey.
Ooh, boy.
Because guess what? Again, when all this is said and done, y'all know this is the same energy I keep everywhere I fucking go.
Very true.
And you know what happens at the end of the day? You know what happens at the end of the day? This is that same motherfucking strong black man energy that I require of all of my people, that when I walk up to them and they say, Will, I don't understand how you do this shit. It's real fucking simple. I came for what I'm owed. Okay? My ancestors came, they saw, they did nothing. You know why? Because they couldn't. So here I am. I came, I saw, and I'm conquering. So guess what you're gonna fucking do now? You're gonna give me what the fuck I'm owed. Motherfucking shout out to Riley, nigga. You gonna give me what I'm owed, my nigga. You gonna give me what the fuck I'm owed. You know why? Because after 400 years, you couldn't get it right. You couldn't get it right after 400 years. So guess what? Guess what time it is now? It's time for y'all to chill out. Right. It's time for you to ask me, how can we make this better? Right. I don't want to hear about, well, this is what we decided to do for you.
No, that's
pandering. Look. So this is what we as a people supposed to do. Nah, I'm good. I'll get back to you. You're supposed to sit down.
So you're playing poker right there.
You're supposed to sit down and say, all right, y'all, what do we want? No, I know I learned all this from right now. I learned this from watching how the people and the government are treating the nurses in America. Because my wife's a nurse. I'm learning what to do as a black person in America right now for the future of our people from watching what they do to the nurses. And you know what they do for the nurses? Not a goddamn thing. And you know what the nurses do every year? They go and they march on Washington. You know why? Because I was out there with them.
I mean, shit, nurses and teachers, bro.
So, but what? But what did you say? They're doing shit for them, right? When's the last time y'all heard them saying we're gonna give these nurses a double stimulus check for being out there and taking these L's? Because what happens if your medical actual system fails?
But see, the thing about that, Will, though, and the only flaw that I have with what you're saying as far as nurses go.
No. I'm just using that as an example. Is this an example?
No, and I get it.
Just an example.
As strong as the nursing community is, the only issue that I have with nursing and teaching is you have that community that will stand up.
But there's
so many more that continue to go to work despite being treated so unfairly. So you have that imbalance.
Y'all hear this, right? Y'all hear what he said? You hear what he said, right? That is no different from us. You know why? That's why I said I learned from them. I learned from watching. You know how?
You're saying
I learned
because of the imbalance that you see there.
I watch what they do to try and rectify the imbalance. You know what they try? You know what they try to do? You know what they try to do? The same thing we've been trying to do, and I see how it's failed. So I say, now these are people that make a really good living.
Right.
Some 6-figure salaries on break. We're talking everybody. here,
Right.
75 and up.
Depending on the hospital.
Facts.
Yeah.
And out of America, we're talking the problems that they go through is a nationwide problem. The problems we go through is a nationwide problem. Okay. I'm watching how the response to these people that say, fuck it, I'm here to save a life is. This is their conviction. My conviction is very similar. When my son goes out, when he becomes a teenager, and he drives around, the last thing I need is a phone call from someone saying something bad happened to Miles. Because I'm still a nigga from Brooklyn. You can get it. You can say what you want. People can act the way they want. That is me. I grew up a certain kind of way. I'm going to defend mine. Now, it's 2020. My son is 5 years old. That means my son has 11 years. You hear me? That means this country only got so much time to get it right. So, in my mind, it's real simple. Let's get it right. But, I ain't a nurse. That was the point I was trying to make. I ain't a nurse. I'm a black man, and you've been doing this to me for 400 years. So, with the blood of all my people running through me, it's real simple. You can keep what you're trying to do for me. I'm gonna tell you what you are gonna do for me.
Ooh, okay.
And if you if you don't do it for me, I'm gonna tell you what you're about to lose.
Okay.
Guess what?
All right.
NBA season, gone.
Canceled.
NFL season,
Cancel. That's a whole different podcast.
No, it's not.
Right
no,
there.
it's not. No, it's
It
not.
is.
It's
It
this
is.
one. No,
It
no,
is.
no,
No, check it out, though.
no,
Check it out.
No,
Yeah,
hold
it
on.
is.
Hold on.